Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here with me today for this Friday's World session, February 2nd, 2024. Last week there was no world session. I took a little rest day for myself. So if anyone's searching for last week's video, there is none. So we're starting from today. Little disclaimer really quickly. This is not to replace medical advice. I'm not giving medical advice. Please, if you're having an emergency, reach out to your healthcare practitioner, so your doctor, or if you're having an emergency, please get yourself to the emergency room. All right, so today's session, we're going to be working with the topic of anger and how it's the natural emotion of anger is actually very supportive. In anger in its natural state is movement. So for example, if your lymph is sluggish, then anger rises and then it gets the lymph moving so those toxins can move outside. It can start moving through the body and flushing out the body. If you're a woman and you're having your menstrual cycle, then anger or rage would boot up to get that cleaning happening within that endometrial lining. And oof, there's a big burp there. So, and then the blood would flow and you would start your menses. So we're using anger, tuning into anger, but unrecognized anger, or anger comes up and it's non-directional. So you're not really angry at anything or at anyone. You're just experiencing anger moving through your body. But then there's a tendency to, I don't want to feel angry. I don't like how this feels. I want to change how I feel. I want to change what is happening. I'm not supposed to feel angry. I only want to feel happy all the time. And that anger, once it goes, we're in the liver right now. Instead of moving through the body and circulating through the body and cleaning out what it needs to do, or goes up into the mind, it goes up into the head, and you start to force change. I want to change what is happening. I don't like this. I want to change it. And then, or we go into, oh, I need to change myself. There's still something wrong with me. I need to change. Obviously, if I'm not a happy person all the time, there must be something wrong with me. No, when it's just the experience of anger. So there's a burp coming in. So we're going to recognize anger. So all those times anger has come in to either move toxins out of your body, or, well, I'm feeling really dizzy. So we're going to tap into the healing nature of anger, that natural force of movement. And I'm feeling really, really dizzy. So I could feel it starting to move my lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is the lymphatic system of the brain, and it needs a solid 8 hours to dump. So what we're doing is bringing up that energy of anger in its healthiest form, so non-directional, just the emotion of anger, to move through that lymphatic system and take out any toxins. So I'm seeing heavy metals, so mercury, lead is a big one coming in. And we're going to bring in also at this point some carbon, the molecules, those little honeycomb, to trap any heavy metals so they can be taken out of the brain. Lead and mercury is really the big one. And also, oh, formaldehyde is coming in. So this is for the world. So anyone who's a doctor or has done in high school formaldehyde, you do those dissecting, but there's also formaldehyde in clothes to preserve the clothes so the moths don't get to them. So we're dumping formaldehyde, chlorine, and fluoride. Oh, this is really great. I'm so dizzy. So we're using anger to help move that lymphatic system. We're going to run a hydration to the lymphatic system and we're going to hydrate the whole brain and kind of do a flushing of toxins, bringing in that honeycomb to gather up any of the heavy metals that may be stored or hiding out in the brain, to move that out. Going to bring that down through the lymphatic system, down the neck, down, whoa, there it goes, down through that subclavian to the spleen and out to link it to the sweat glands, also the bladder and the mouth, so that it can be released. So also the lymphatic system has to do with thinking, overthinking, analyzing, low self-esteem. So any dirty talk really about yourself, dirty talk. So any self-dirty talk. Ooh, there was a big stomach gurgle. So anger coming in this sense, we're working with the topic of anger. So I shouldn't feel angry. I shouldn't have angry thoughts. And then perhaps you go into, oh, I need to find a reason why I'm angry. If I'm feeling this, well, there must be a reason why I'm feeling this. Or you can go into, well, there is no reason why I should be feeling angry. And then you go into self-blame. This means something about me. Oh, you're just simply experiencing an emotion. It's energy in motion, emotion, energy in motion. And so bringing up that anger as a support to move these toxins out. Also, maybe anger's coming in to take you off that one-minded track that you're on. Maybe you're stuck in some kind of thinking pattern or habit or rut, and anger comes in to kind of knock you off your track. That, it's like when the herd is walking towards, I don't know, a cliff, and all the animals are going to fall off the cliff. It's the one herd member needs to go and switch the pathway or knock one of the animals off, so they stop what they're doing and they start something new, for example. That's so anger's coming in this way to kind of not to shift those thinking habits. And I've never seen that before. It's like, oh, I'm stuck in this repetitive cycle. I'm stuck in this habit. I'm stuck in this rut. Even if it's it's the hum of the mind in the background. It's like, oh, anger's coming in to shift my thinking, to show me a different perspective, maybe to move my body, maybe to do something differently. Maybe you've been sitting too long and you need to get up and stretch or go for a walk or do some cleaning. So anger is very, very supportive, just like the other emotions are. Good. That's moving quite nicely. I'm feeling some relaxation. And we're going to go in and link this into the hormones. We're going into pituitary. No, we're going to go into the thyroid, into the parathyroid, and we've got too much sugar hanging out in that parathyroid. So we're going to link it up to the pancreas, and we're going to do, my nose is so itchy doing this. Oh, so there's some allergens coming up, sugar as an allergen or sugar as an intolerance. There's too much sugar. So we're going to do a sugar balance, linking out of we got to drain, it's saying drain sugar out of the parathyroid, which is going to help with metabolism. So the parathyroid is having a hard time metabolizing sugars. And it's coming up specifically, not so much fruit sugars, but synthetic sugars. So white sugar, that bleached stuff. So not the whole sugar. So sugars found in fruit and in vegetables. Well, it's more in fruit. Honey seems to be okay. Agave syrup seems to be okay. Stevia is kind of so-so. And brown sugar is a no. And then those white sugars, and then any kind of junk food where they're hiding out if there's a tendency to eat a lot of cookies and chips and junk food, it's really impacting the metabolism. So we're going to do, through body chemistry to the parathyroid, a balancing, a dumping of sugar out of there as an intolerance. Woof. There goes a release, and linking that to the pancreas. And in the pancreas, we need to do a repair on the metabolism of blood sugar. So to balance those blood levels. And as I start to say that, as I'm in this, that feels really uncomfortable. Like there's anxiety coming up and I've got a headache all of a sudden. It's like, no, no, no. But oh, this is the only thing that I enjoy in life, like these little sweeties and treats that I give myself. It's like that's my source of sweetness of life. Oh, we got to switch that. So the sweetness of life comes from life. The sweetness of life comes from life. Not all things in life are comfortable. Not all things in life are sweet, but there is a sweetness to life. There is beauty all around you all the time. It's beautiful. The sun is shining, the stars are shining, the moon comes out, the wind brushes against your skin, you've got comfortable clothing on. The trees, the flowers, well, even in now in the northern hemisphere, there's snow, but even the snow is quite beautiful. There's rest and rejuvenation happening now. Well, and it's like, no, no, I need that addiction to, oh, things need to, there needs to be a sweetness to life. And it needs to be sucralose, like over sweet, not those finding pleasure and gratitude in the simple things, but it needs to be that that hyperness, like, oh, I have to be happy, or everything has to be running smoothly. Ugh. So we're going to do that as a consciousness shifting out of the pancreas. There's a pathological consciousness in the pancreas. And we got to shift that to, well, the sweetness of life doesn't come from external, it comes from internal, it comes from within me. Okay, so let's just take a nice deep breath. There we go. There we go. My face is still a little bit itchy. It was feeling like it was coming to the end of the session, but I am going to run a general body chemistry to food intolerances. Oh my God, I'm so itchy. So we're going to do specific foods. So bread, dairy is a high allergen as well. Yogurt, I know yogurt is part of dairy, but it's coming up very specifically as yogurt. And then sugars, complex sugars. So not the simple sugars found in fruit, but complex sugars and junk food, red dye. That I don't know what red dye number it is, but that number, blue dye is coming up as well. Preservatives is coming up, insecticides, pesticides that are found in food. That's a really big one. And then GMOs is coming up. And then we got to link this into the gut biome, into that immune system. So the adaptive immune system needs a little bit of a repair. It's not so adaptive. It's like it has a consciousness. Well, I like what I like and I want what I like. And I was like a little kid, you put something new in front of them and you're like, here, try this, taste this. And they go, no, I don't like it. And they haven't even tried it. No, I don't want to try that pea. It's gross. It's green. And I don't want to eat it, that sweet pea. Like, no, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want to try the carrot. No, I don't want to try the celery. I know I'm not going to like it without even trying it. That's the feeling that's coming from that adaptive immune system. No, I don't want to shift this. I like what I eat. And it's, even if I know that it's not good for me, it's what I'm used to. So we're dumping habitual, uh, or dumping habits out of that adaptive immune system so that it actually could be adaptive. And then also be able to adapt to the toxins. We've got this is just our world today. There's not much we can do about the food supply unless you go and buy your own lot of land and you become a farmer, and then you can know where your food is coming from. But the actuality or the probability of that happening is quite low. But if that's your passion and your dream, then that's amazing. But the immune system needs to be adaptive. There's going to be influences and toxins coming in from the outside world, and that it needs to adapt to it. It's breaking things down all the time. And as soon as I say that, there I am such high anxiety. Like I am like, oh my God, I won't be able to do it. I can't do this. So we've got to bring it back a bit. Okay, not everything at once. So we'll slow that link down. Okay, don't need to do everything at once. It's okay. I can adapt. I can adapt. I can adapt. So we're just bringing in adapt a consciousness of adaptability back to that adaptive immune system. There, that feels really good. Before that was just feeling too stressed. There was a nice breath. All right, take a nice deep breath. I'm going to tap this in for you. Thank you so much for joining this world session. I hope you enjoyed your tune-up and it lasts you through the week. And then I'll see you again next Friday. Please go ahead and share this out with the world. So share, like, and comment. I would love to hear how you do after these sessions. All right, everyone. See you next time.